I'm disappointed in their verdict, but it is their verdict.
Mauricio Torres has now escaped the death penalty twice. Good evening, I'm Chelsea Helms.
And I'm Chad Mira. Thanks for joining us tonight at 6. Last week, a jury found this man, Mauricio Torres, guilty of battery in the first degree and capital murder.
This is the third time he's been convicted in the 2015 death of his son Isaiah. During his first trial, a jury sentenced him to death, but that conviction was overturned by the state Supreme Court. His second trial ended in a mistrial. Then today, the same jury that found him guilty of the crimes decided to give him life behind bars. A jury decides to spare the life of Mauricio Torres.
The death penalty is reserved for the worst of the worst. If that is not Mauricio Torres, it is not deserved for anyone in any place ever.
Torres, who was on trial for a third time for the 2015 death of his 6-year-old son Isaiah, was sentenced Wednesday to serve life in prison without the possibility of parole.
We're very gratified by the jury's decision. We know they worked hard at coming to their conclusion.
A death sentence was on the table, but the 12-person jury couldn't unanimously agree to take the life of the man who, in police interviews and on the stand during trial, admitted to torturing and abusing Isaiah.
I'm disappointed in their verdict, but it is their verdict. I believe the jury was 9-3 for death.
Some jurors saying after the sentencing, they were hung up on the defense's claim that Torres didn't intend to kill the 6-year-old.
We started the case 8 years ago with one goal: no more deaths. We succeeded.
Being led out of the Benton County Courthouse with his handcuffs chained to his waist, Torres telling KNWA he doesn't accept his capital murder and battery convictions.
I will appeal this decision. This is not the right decision.
Every person has an absolute right to appeal a decision. That's a constitutional right to appeal, and he has every right to have the trial reviewed by a higher court.
Just days earlier, shortly after the same jury found him guilty of the crimes, Torres maintained his innocence. Did you kill Isaiah?
No, I didn't.
Mauricio Torres has never expressed in court any sort of remorse that I could see for what he did to his son. He has never expressed any kind of, what I would consider to be a normal reaction.
8 years after the death of Isaiah and 3 trials later, Torres has finally learned his fate.
No matter how Mauricio Torres leaves this world, it will be 1,000 times better. Whether that would be the death penalty or life without parole, it was always going to be 1,000 times better than Isaiah did.
Here's a little more on that case. Back in November of 2016, during Mauricio's first trial, the jury found him guilty and sentenced him to death. But the Arkansas Supreme Court overturned his sentence because, quote, the state of Arkansas cannot bring a prosecution for felony murder for a death occurring within the state simply because the predicate felony occurred elsewhere. The camping trip where Isaiah was raped with a stick, which ultimately led to his death, happened in Missouri. It's because it didn't occur in Arkansas that those justices were able to overturn that sentence. Had this not happened, Mauricio Torres would be on death row right now. At the time of that trial, his wife, Kathy Torres, was scheduled to have her own trial in May of 2017, but in March of that year, she ended up taking a plea deal of life in prison without the possibility of parole. So much more of our coverage for you can be found on KNWA.com.